Hey, little biscuits and sun-dried tomatoes. It's your host, Brandon Collins, with another interview for the Medium Popcorn YouTube channel. This chat is with cast member Team Murph and the creators behind the new Hulu series, Woke. This show is hilarious, quirky, and a nice weekend binge if you're looking for something new to get into. Be sure to check out the full interview on the AAFCA YouTube page, and if you have been enjoying the content on our channel, please consider signing up for the Medium Popcorn Patreon page. Now here's my quick chat with the team behind Woke. Hey, everybody. Brandon Collins, the Media and Popcorn Podcast. Thank you so much for joining us, gentlemen. Two quick compliments. First off, Team Murph, your delivery of the line, "My mom's is a woman," is one of the funniest things I've heard all year. That had me double and overlapping. And then two, I just love the humor and absurdity of this show because I always love seeing Black people be weird. I feel like we've always, for generations, we've seen white people in entertainment and movies and TV just be able to be quirky, and now we get to do that. I just love seeing that representation. So thank you for putting this together. Without spoiling too much, I would love to go into how episode 7, Prayers for Cubby, came to fruition, just because that was such an interesting way to kind of highlight the inconsistencies between what outrageous people, what they protest against, when other people are suffering right in front of them and they refuse to see that. So we could start off with Keith, and then we could just go through everyone.
Yeah, so just, and I know most people get this. I mean, obviously we wrote this stuff before this past summer with all the George Floyd protests and stuff. The point I wanted to make with that idea was that, a lot of people care more about animals than people, and it just drives me crazy. And so it was just, I wanted to do a bus episode where it took place mostly on the bus. And I just thought about this, what if there was an animal loose and they couldn't get off the bus? And they were trapped on the bus, and sort of the metaphor of being trapped like an animal on the bus and like trying to escape. So it was that sort of combination of the two. And I think, the animal changed from, it went from...
How many animals? So just list them.
Yeah, I think there was a gorilla at one point. It was a tiger at another point, and but the koala ended up on the koala made sense, and just the sort of, I mean, everything that happened in 2020 is just a nightmare. Like all the koalas dying in Australia, like that's we were looking for a koala costume, and we couldn't find a decent koala costume. But there was a company in Seattle that sells health food, and their mascot is this koala costume, and they let us borrow their koala costume if we donated to the dead koalas in Australia. So we got that costume and it's so crazy to even think that was 2022. It seems like 20 years ago that happened, but and then and I was the koala, by the way. That was my Easter egg. I am the koala.
Oh, nice.
I get to punch the character based on me and the koala outfit, and clearly I was horrible. I couldn't see out of the koala costume, I will say that, but really good editing and made it look like I could throw a punch, but I just remember trying to throw the punch and totally being nowhere up where I was supposed to be. And someone said, I don't think he's ever thrown a punch in his life. And it's true. It's kind of sad, but there you go.
Brandon, for me, that was one of the best days in the writer's room. Because I remember we're all in the room, and I think I said, we opened the show with a gorilla bleeding to death. And people were like, what happens after that? I don't know. But that's the image. And we build from there. I have no idea where this is going. So then someone said Harambe, the gorilla that got shot and killed. And we sort of build from there. We sort of start stacking it. And I think that was the one day we laughed the most in that room, because someone kept throwing out the animal had talents. He could code, he could sing, he could use a calculator. Then it changed from a gorilla to a chimp, to a koala, to a tiger, so yeah, it was a wild idea that turned into something special. Because yeah, you know, I wake up late at night and I see those commercials, you know, about dogs and they're abandoned and they show the sad face of the dog. And I was like, what if they did that with people? No one would give a shit.
We definitely should do something about that. Like in the hotel room in Vancouver, they kept on showing those commercials. And like we should do like something where there's artists. You can help an artist in San Francisco, like, and just show, yeah, zoom in slowly.
Yeah, as the child.
But I just remember shooting. I just remember as we were shooting and credit to Mo, because Mo didn't have much time to shoot any of this stuff.
Yeah.
You know, it was either raining or snowing half the time we were there, and we were just running out of time. And we didn't, and the script wasn't even done, I think, when he was just just doing what he needs to do, prepping for it. So just the fact that through all that drama, that it's one of the favorite episodes. It's like, it amazes when you know everything that we've gone through with this show, and very few people know. And I think each one of us are going to be taken out before this year's over. But sorry, but just what we went through to get this series done is pretty amazing. So more power to you guys, and especially Mo, because he didn't know what he was getting into.
Thank you so much, gentlemen. Really appreciate it. It's a great series.
Thanks, Brandon.
Medium popcorn, we are two niggas spoiling movies. Yeah. Brandon Collins, that's me, and Justin Brown for your movie needs. Medium popcorn, woo! You haven't seen it, well, we're gonna spoil it. Spoil it in your face. That's your warning. So if you get pissed, it's all your